Hello, my name is John Wilson, and I'm going to be sharing my research inquiry for the final project. Okay, so my research question is, what are the best ways to maximize the positive mental health effects of nature on humans across the globe through city planning? So the importance of this question, so Ware from the American Psychological Association says that he basically says that most people go online every day in society and there's a high level of urbanization. Chavez and others, 2023, say that many countries have 80% urban residents. So it just shows the amount of urbanization and the decreasing natural areas that are present in society. And so obviously this adds importance to the question because we need to we need to plan ways to increase the benefits of nature. So my personal communication, my interview with Georgia Wilson, a teen uh, that goes outside and um, yeah, she's a good example for the demographic that I want to talk about. Um, so she goes online every day and she says that she does not go outside enough and believes that this affects her mental health. Such that's the importance of this. So the positive mental health effects of nature on humans. So Liu and others, 2021. This is from this th these are scholars from China. They basically talk about how empirical evidence that you can read that yeah, natural areas decrease anxiety, depression. Yeah, this is all because of green space and blue space, which is basically just nature. Tambaya, this is and others from the University of Wollongong, Australia, 2022, go further to talk about how nature and green space have a large impact on empowerment, confidence, physical fitness, sleep patterns. So these are all factors that go into mental health. And yeah, Tambaya also talks about social interactions, how these are this helps your mental health, interacting with others, and you can do a lot of this in nature. Chavez and others, 2023, they kind of downplay the effects on social health. And they say that mental, spiritual, and physical health are more affected by nature. So, yeah, this just shows why nature is important and how it affects people. And now we can sort of see how we can try to maximize the positive effects that it has on people because I think that's generally a good thing for society to have happier people with less mental health issues. All right, so the impacts of socioeconomic class are important for this. Obviously, so okay, Lou, 2021 and others say that people of lower socioeconomic classes benefit more from natural areas. Um, and they also correlate lower education levels with higher benefits from natural areas. So we can use this to maximize effects. Um, I mean, putting more natural areas in low income areas to generally increase the mental health of the population by more. And also, it's important to do that because according to WARE 2020 from American Psychological Association, people of lower socioeconomic status have less access to natural areas. WARE says lower income areas are seldom the ones uh, seldom the ones, not two ones, with leafy groves and ocean views. So this is obviously important. Yeah, to put more natural areas in lower socioeconomic status areas, more urban areas. Impacts of gender, it's important to account for women generally spend more time with kids outside, so they'll have more benefits from natural areas. Um, so I think correlating natural areas with where kids are, so you can benefit not only the kids but the adults that take the kids outside. So I think that's also an important factor to take into account when talking about the question of maximizing the benefits of nature on humans' mental health. Spatial distribution of natural areas is probably the most important one. The question is whether you have a single large natural area or several small. That's the SLOSS debate. Um, Basically, single large is better for some reasons. I think, yeah, Lou suggested that a single large one's better because it's better for physical exercise and walking around the single large one because there's more space. However, Ha is from Kansas State University, Ha and others, 2022. They say several small is better because you have a better chance of running into them in everyday life. So yeah, you'll have more interactions with nature and therefore better mental health outcomes because you're running into more natural areas every day. So they say several small is better. Lou and others, 2021, say a single large is better for physical activity. Blue space versus green space is another debate. Whether it's better to have more blue space or more green space. Blue space referring to water, like lakes, ponds, and green space referring to parks, trees, those areas with plants. Liu and Tambaya and others, obviously, 2021, 2022, both acknowledge the positive effects of blue space and green space on mental health. Tambaya, 22 and others, talks more about the social interactions that come from green space. And this obviously has mental health impacts, as we discussed before. Um, my interview with my sister, Georgia Wilson, who's a teen, obviously, and spends a lot of time outside. She says that she prefers green space because there are more opportunities to get physical exercise. Yeah, I asked her blue space or green space. She said green space. Yeah, because physical fitness is obviously important for your mental health. She thinks that she's had personal experiences where that has helped her, and so she prefers green space. So these all kind of go into blue space, green space, all these socioeconomic factors. They go into where we're putting green space and how big the areas are, how many of them there are, and yeah. So generally, it's really up for debate for some of them, but yeah, um, I think that green space is probably better, um, because I think physical exercise is important, and I think it's easier to do in green space. But there are other opinions. Different people have differing opinions, and so yeah, basically the answer to my question is that a lot of it's up for debate. But yeah, it's not debatable the effects um that nature has on mental health and all that. Um, but yeah, all right, my annotated bibliography. All right, thank you.